Breaking. Arsenal move decisively for Youri Tielemans, as Arteta plans. The final piece of his midfield puzzle, Arsenal Football Club, are once again sending shockwaves through the Premier League, after credible sources close to the club revealed that Youri Tielemans is on the verge of completing a move to the Emirates Stadium. The Belgian international, long admired by Mikel Arteta and Arsenal's recruitment department, is now believed to be a priority signing as the club looks to elevate itself from title challengers to dominant champions in England and Europe. For years, Tielemans has been linked with a move to a bigger stage. But this time, the stars appear aligned. Arsenal's project, Arteta's football philosophy, and Tielemans' hunger for trophies are all pointing in the same direction. Behind closed doors, discussions have intensified, and insiders suggest that Arsenal see the midfielder not just as depth, but as a game controller capable of transforming high-pressure matches. Why Arsenal want Tielemans, and why now? Arsenal's midfield has evolved rapidly over the last 2 seasons. Declan Rice brought steel and leadership. Martin Ødegaard added artistry and intelligence. But what Arteta has quietly been searching for is a midfielder who can connect defence to attack with authority, dictate tempo, and deliver decisive moments from deep positions. That's where Youri Tielemans comes in. Tielemans is not a flashy player who relies on tricks or pace. Instead, he dominates games with his brain. His passing range, positional awareness, and ability to strike from distance make him one of the most complete central midfielders in Europe. At Leicester City, he often carried the creative burden alone, yet still produced moments of brilliance in matches where his team was under siege. Sources close to Arsenal say Arteta believes Tielemans would thrive even more in a structured, possession-based system, surrounded by technically gifted players who understand positional play. Arteta's vision, how Tielemans fits the system. In Arteta's preferred setup, midfielders are required to be thinkers first and runners second. Tielemans fits this philosophy perfectly. Whether Arsenal line up in a 4-3-3 or a 3-2-5 in possession, Tielemans can operate as a deep-lying playmaker alongside Declan Rice. A left-sided number 8, allowing Ødegaard freedom on the right. A tactical weapon against low-block teams that require long-range shooting. Arteta reportedly sees Tielemans as the man who can unlock stubborn defences late in matches. His shooting from outside the box forces opponents to step out, creating space for Arsenal's wingers and overlapping fullbacks. One Arsenal coach was quoted anonymously saying, "Youri gives you calm when the stadium is loud and pressure is high. That's priceless." The dressing room reaction. Inside the Arsenal camp, news of Tielemans' potential arrival has been met with excitement rather than fear. Senior players reportedly view him as someone who raises standards, not disrupts harmony. Young midfielders see him as a mentor, while experienced figures recognise his winning mentality. Tielemans famously scored the winning goal in the FA Cup final for Leicester City, a moment that still defines his career. Arsenal, a club rebuilding its identity around big game mentality, see that moment as proof that he can deliver when history is on the line. Financial details and negotiation drama. While official figures remain undisclosed, sources suggest Arsenal are pushing for a financially smart deal, taking advantage of the market situation. The club has learned from previous windows and is determined not to overpay, but they are also prepared to move quickly to avoid competition from rivals such as Manchester United and Juventus. Negotiations have reportedly included discussions about performance-based bonuses, leadership role, incentives, long-term project assurances. Tielemans' camp is said to be impressed by Arsenal's clarity. Unlike other suitors who offered vague promises, Arsenal presented a clear sporting plan, showing exactly where and how Tielemans would be used. Premier League impact, a statement of intent. If the deal is completed, this signing will send a clear message. Arsenal are not rebuilding anymore. They are hunting trophies. Tielemans brings Premier League experience, European pedigree, and tactical maturity. Against teams like Manchester City and Liverpool, Arsenal have sometimes lacked midfield control in key moments. Tielemans could be the player who slows the game down, keeps possession under pressure, and punishes mistakes with one killer pass or thunderous strike. What this means for Arsenal's title. hopes. The margins at the top of the Premier League are razor thin. One intelligent signing can be the difference between second place and lifting the trophy. Arsenal believe Tielemans can provide depth for a long title race, rotation without loss of quality, tactical flexibility in Europe leadership. In decisive moments, Arteta has always emphasised control. Control of the ball, control of space, control of emotions. Tielemans embodies all three. Final thoughts. More than just a transfer. This potential transfer is not just about adding another name to the squad list, it's about evolution. Arsenal are shaping a team that blends youth, intelligence, and experience. Tielemans, at the peak of his powers, represents the perfect bridge between ambition and execution. If the deal is finalised, Arsenal fans should not expect instant fireworks, but they should expect consistency, authority, and big game influence. And sometimes, that's exactly what wins championships. As one insider concluded, this is the kind of signing champions make quietly, then everyone understands later.